Hello, I'm Alison Hargreaves from guidesforbrides.co.uk. Now, yesterday the Prime Minister announced that weddings with up to 30 people present would be possible in places of worship in England from the 4th of July. And overnight they have confirmed that this can also include civil partnerships and civil ceremonies going ahead as well. They will be under exactly the same regulations. So that means a maximum of 30 people. That's not 30 guests, that's 30 people maximum. Those can include close friends and family. Now, this is all about the actual wedding ceremony itself. This is not about having receptions. If you do have any sort of celebration after the wedding, the government have been very, very specific. Those would be covered by normal social distancing rules. So that is 2 households coming together, or a maximum of 6 people from different households. Now, this is going to coincide with the opening of hospitality venues on the 4th of July. So it's great news. It's definitely a step in the right direction. At the moment, we do not have confirmation from the General Register Office on whether these civil ceremonies and civil partnerships will just be in reception venues or will also be in approved venues. From speaking unofficially to some of the registrars, we know that they are quite keen that it should include approved venues. We've got some fabulous venues that are completely COVID safe and will be great places for these small weddings to be able to take place. That's up to 30 guests in England. Up to 30 people present in England for weddings in churches or civil ceremonies and civil partnerships. Not sure yet whether it's register offices and approved venues, but no reception. Any celebration must be under social distancing rules. So what's happening in the rest of the UK? In Northern Ireland, that was the first to be able to allow weddings, that's small weddings, up to 10 people present outside. They are hoping that from the 29th of June, they may be able to allow for places of worship to allow weddings as well. We would guess that's going to be similar numbers. In Wales, over the weekend, the restrictions were lifted. So as of 1 minute past midnight on Monday morning this week, weddings were permitted. So that was initially, very specifically, just civil ceremonies and civil partnerships. That was amended on Monday during the day to then say, actually, this would be weddings in places of worship and register offices only. We think that's a real shame. There's some fantastic approved venues, and we're really, really hoping that they will be allowed to open up in Wales. We understand that registrars and places of worship have been told that it is entirely optional whether or not they want to hold these ceremonies, and couples are being turned away, sadly. We totally understand that it is really important for everyone to feel absolutely safe, but we are really hoping that some of these great approved venues will be allowed to open up, particularly if the register office buildings are still closed. Scotland's had a much more cautious approach. We are keeping our fingers crossed that this afternoon there will be good news from Nicola Sturgeon. We are expecting her to be saying that there will be a cautious return to weddings from the 29th of June. Again, in Scotland, just as with Northern Ireland, you can get married outdoors. So there are a lot less restrictions on approved buildings. You can get married outdoors. So it should be that much safer. So fingers crossed we'll be hearing on that. We're not expecting any other updates other than the clarification in England on whether it is going to be just register offices or approved venues too. We know there are a lot of talks already going on with the General Register Office, so we expect to be able to bring more on that for you later on today. For now, thank you very much indeed. We'll keep bringing our updates. We have our track and trace ready for all of our venues so that they can be completely COVID secure. As soon as they open, they'll be able to comply, and we'll be keeping you updated on our Facebook page. So do follow us on there. If you don't already have a wedding planner, if you're getting married, please sign up for a wedding planner and you'll get our newsletters every week as well. Really helps you keep in touch with everything that's going on. Thanks very much indeed.